Someone from Genzyme Corp must have sent that lady up here to pick up one of these billion-dollar checks. I'm not so sure. Next, I'd like to introduce the architect of this multifaceted campaign. And with the help and the support of all of us and all of you here, it'll definitely be a successful one. I'd like to introduce the business manager of IBEW Local 103, Mike Monahan.
Thanks, Brother Haynes and Brother Callahan. Local 103 has been joined by many of our friends in labor movement, most of the mechanical tradespeople and other friends of labor, to challenge corporate greed at its worst as it affects us here in Massachusetts. Everywhere you look, you'll see signs behind us of Henry Tamir, Genzyme's CEO, the poster child for biotech greed, seeking to funnel more corporate welfare into Genzyme and other companies in the biotech industry. To highly profitable companies like Genzyme, Biogen IDEC, Wyeth, whose merger with Pfizer is going to cost this state possibly more than 20,000 jobs, need to be subsidized by taxpayers through local, state, federal revenues, while social services and public sector jobs are being slashed. Genzyme and other industry giants refuse to hire union contractors and union electricians who are local workers, who are graduates of the best apprenticeship training programs in the industry, who earn area standard wages with health care that purchase their products. The combined compensation for Mr. Tamir, Biogen IDEC CEO James Mullen, and former Wyeth, former President CEO Robert Esner and Bernard Poussin was $224 million over the last 2 years. How unfair is it that these companies and the industry lobbyists want our political leaders to hand over millions upon millions in corporate welfare to these unethical companies, while foreign-based multinationals, AstraZeneca, EMD Serrano, and Shire, while most household budgets are strained to the limit? Does anything signal greater greed than when Genzyme gloats about donating $11,000 to Framingham Head Start program, while extorting at the same time some $12.9 million in corporate welfare for its building project in Framingham? Money the company admitted, believe it or not, it did not actually need. Think about how many Head Start programs and programs constructively employing people with disabilities or providing aid to senior citizens and the others that $12.9 million could have funded. Here's some questions we would like answered by Mr. Tamir. What has been your role as co-chair of the Massachusetts Life Science Collaborative Organization Leadership Council and that of other Genzyme executives, representatives, and lobbyists in establishing, influencing, and promoting the Mass Life Sciences Center as the conduit for taxpayer-financed corporate welfare to highly profitable biotech companies? In light of Genzyme's profits, in your compensation packages totaling $58 million in 2006 and 2007, do you think it's fair that Genzyme should receive handouts from local, state, and federal governments, particularly when badly needed social services and public jobs are being slashed? How do you explain Genzyme soliciting and accepting taxpayer-funded subsidies while paying 7 outside board members $3.7 million in 2007? How can you justify paying Richard Cyron, disgraced when the government removed him from his $19.8 million a year job as head of the Federal Home Loan Mortgage Company, Freddie Mac, $524,480 for attending 13 Genzyme board meetings? How do you respond to accusations like those of Dr. Marshall Angell, former editor-in-chief for the New England Journal of Medicine, that Genzyme drug Cerezyme is perhaps the most extreme example of price out-gouging in the industry? Do biotech corporate criminals like AstraZeneca, that paid $355 million in criminal civil fines for Medicare fraud, that was fined $160 million for overcharging poor and elderly, that hid negative data that its drug Seroquel contributed diabetes, deserve special favors? We are calling on Governor Patrick to rescind his appointment of Henry Tamir to his Council of Economic Advisors and stop disbursements of the Mass Life Science Center funds to firms that engage in unscrupulous behavior and drive up the cost of health care for everyone. Our union, Local 103, along with other allies, will continue to fight corporate greed to protect fair and safe working conditions and for affordable health care for all. Today, our members and allies will be distributing a brochure entitled "Why Are Taxpayers Feeding Biotech Fat Cats?" to all state legislators and others within the government complex. And we will lobby legislators to support Senate Bill 17, aimed at protecting the privacy of patients and healthcare consumers. At this press conference, our StopBiotechLooting.org, Fund Cities and Towns, Not Biotech Fat Cats mobile billboard will leave the Statehouse area and begin its initial tour through Billerica, Framingham, Lexington, and Waltham, while radio ads promoting StopBiotechLoop.org are running on WTKK Talk Radio 96.9. I want to thank all the people that showed up here today. There's no doubt we have many friends within the building that we've supported the years that look out for working people's interests. But it's important as we go in and see those friends to tell them we're mad. We're damn mad. And we're pissed off. And it's time to speak up. Thank you.